Randa family, what have you guys unleashed upon us all? What's up, YouTubers of the world? MegaGeekMixer here, ready to give you guys my trailer breakdown of the recent Monarch trailer that just came out this past week, about like 3 days ago or so. And man, do we got a lot to break down. I made a notepad here because, like I said, a lot to break down. So let's go ahead and get into this because we got a lot to unpack here. Let's start off with the fact on what's the main focus of this trailer, and that is the fact that we have a new threat in the form of Titan X. And it turns out, based on what the trailer says, they opened a portal to another world, and that world, it was no doubt where Titan X is from. That's what they're implying to us, where Titan X came from. And you can even tell at it through some of the images and stuff from the trailer and everything, even from the images I'm displaying right here, that that's got to be what it is here. Why are they opening portals, though? No doubt, it's because they're trying to get Lee back. Because let's face it, the way it ended was them coming back, but Lee chose to stay behind. Also, he could get Keiko to finally go back home and reunite with her family. And don't worry, we'll be talking about what we can expect out of that family reunion and drama going forward. But still, with them doing that, that made them no doubt realize that if they can find a way to get back, and with people now working with them right now, Apex, but it's been shown Monarch is going to be coming back in this too. No surprise, it's called Monarch Legacy of Monsters. They're no doubt always going to be involved in this somehow, but I just gotta wonder where Apex is going and all that. But all's the same though, back on track here to the fact that they are going to find a way to get Lee back, but in doing so, they unleash a threat upon the world, just like it was in Kong and Godzilla Godzilla New Empire. New Empire. Sorry, I'm getting that and Supernova confused. But either way, by doing so, yes, they bring in a new threat, and that's in the form of Titan X. And guys, all I can say is that just based off of what we see with this thing, it's gonna be trouble. I mean, it's got big giant tentacles, and you see it as it's swimming over a giant whale. This thing is not gonna be something you want to mess with. I mean, we even saw it destroying a ship with its tentacles, like a kraken, as it were. I'm pretty sure that's what they based this Titan off of, with some of those tentacles, basing it off the legendary Kraken. Yeah, so this is going to be interesting. We haven't really gotten to see a good look at its face, other than the spot where Kong and it are about to face off. Now, as it was also shown here, they're saying that the sea creatures worship it. So, if these sea creatures worship it, this makes me a little curious on why is it they worship him and everything. And yeah, some people would no doubt probably think, if the sea creatures worship him, then won't that be a threat to Godzilla? Well, of course. I mean, he's the alpha here. Another alpha is just trouble, so of course he'll be involved in this somehow. But as it was also shown, Lee Shaw has mentioned that while they are going to fight it, from the looks of things, at first they're going to try to beat them on their own, but they realize they can't, and they're going to need to get two of the Titans' help, that being Kong and Godzilla. But it doesn't look like they'll be working together. It looks like more like it'll be like, first they're going to try to get maybe, I don't know, Kong to help, or is it Godzilla? Either one of them will be first before they go to the next. Because as it was shown here, they are fighting him, but not just on Skull Island, but out in the ocean there. So we already know where things are going to take place here. Kong, Skull Island, and then we're going to take place out in the ocean where it's Godzilla's territory. This promises to be interesting. Very interesting. But now, having gone on about some of the main things here with whole Kong and Godzilla versus Titan X, with the Titan X's new threat, as I mentioned, Lee Shaw will show it up, and we all saw that there, but we also saw other things, such as in the fact we are still going to get more flashbacks in the past of the past trio with Keiko, Randa, and younger Lee Shaw, which is good here, because let's face it, the two Lee Shaws, the Russells, those guys are amazing. Frieza together, father and son working together there and being in sync with being the same character. I hope they do more of that images of they show the past or the present and then they're moving forward with those two in their faces since they look very much the same. That's a good transition there. So I hope to see more of that there. But either case here, it also is shown that they knew what Titan X was known about because Lee Shaw, the younger Lee Shaw, was talking about what it is and they don't know what it is. They even saw this scene here of what looks like Godzilla and the Titan X fighting each other, but I don't think that's in the past, or at least I don't think so, but it kind of looks like it may be because we saw little creatures there, like little insects, like similar to the ones that drag Keiko down to the world below. Yeah, we saw them there, and it looks like Lee and the others in the past are going to be dealing with that, and that's going to be crazy. So you just gotta wonder, what is it more we're going to get here? I'm sure we'll get more details into everything that happened between these three as they went their ways and stuff, because as it's shown in the past, they'll show us when they first meet, which could sometimes be after another time period they were in, because it's been shown in season 1. They don't just show it chronologically, they just keep showing bits and pieces and different parts of it and stuff here. So this will definitely be interesting as we go forward with it. And will it also reveal that even though Keiko picked Randa in the end, could she and Lee might have had a little fling there or something? Maybe? I don't know. Who really knows for certain? I only say that because, personally, I just think her and Lee seemed better. Maybe it's just because the actors seem to have that connection, that chemistry or something. I don't know. But that's just me personally. But let's keep moving on here and stuff. I talked about there being family drama, no doubt, that's going to be going on. And why would we all be surprised considering how things went for this family here? Let me go back to one time when Keiko in season 1 told Lee back when they were in Japan and he was worried. He comes to see her. She says, if we can't put the greater good before our own desires, we risk losing everything. Well, let me just say how in the end, the exact opposite happened. Her putting the greater good over her own desires nearly pretty much cost her everything. So now she's going to return. And let's not forget, Kate was kind of lied to her about what Kate's dad is a loyal family man and stuff. So one's got to wonder where that's going to go. Knowing Keiko, she'll probably be understanding considering probably why he's like that. With her having disappeared into that world, been in on there for all those years, and him thinking she was dead. So, yeah, definitely right there. But there's still no doubt going to be all sorts of family drama there, too, because we saw in the trailer there, Kentaro is in Japan with his mom there. They're going to be back in Japan there. Oh, and we also saw Godzilla's going to be in Japan. Godzilla's coming home, and he's going to be terrorizing the city. Oh, that's going to be so good. Because, let's face it, we all love Godzilla, but we all know and love him more for what he's known for, causing destruction and destroying cities. That's what makes Godzilla Godzilla. But now, having said that, though, back on the family drama side, we're no doubt going to get things there. And as we saw with this hug from Keiko and her son, Hiroshi, it looks like there's going to be a breakdown moment or a scare moment. They're going to be there for each other. That'll be good to see there. But at the same time, I'm sure if you guys also noticed, we saw that there was a scene of Lee and Kate and black uniforms. In other words, could we possibly get a death in the family here? Now, if we do, who's it gonna be here? Is it gonna be Kentaro? Is it gonna be someone else? Like, what if it ends up being Kate's mother here? I mean, sure, Kate's mother hasn't really shown up and doesn't play too much of a role in this. I mean, in last season, and neither did Kentaro's mom. You just don't know. But considering what we saw there, and then another dialogue of Kate saying, because of whatever she did, she lost people she loves, and she's asking someone not to make the same mistake she did. And based off of what we saw with her saying that and with her in it, it sounds like she's talking about Kentaro. So is it probably Kate's mom who passes away and that really messes her up? who knows right there. All I know is that we're going to get this thing with Kate having guilt and then taking more responsibility, it would seem, more than ever before, considering maybe whatever it is that happens that causes someone she cares about to die. I really do hope it ain't Kentaro. To be honest, I don't want it to be Kate's mom either, but considering she's not much of an important character, it wouldn't surprise me, but it also wouldn't surprise me with Kentaro's mom and everything, but you just don't know for certain here. And I'm not saying this because I don't like Kate's mom or anything, or any of these characters. Each of these characters are pretty good for what they are. I really, though, hope that Kentaro has more to do, because that's one thing I just didn't like. He felt just kind of sidelined in season 1, really, and didn't really have much of a role to play, and I kind of like to hope that this season he'll get more to do this time. Not just be someone there who's on the sidelines trying to help get his sister back and stuff, but be more part of the action. Because based off of what we saw, yeah, we're going to get that. They're all going to be working together to do whatever they can to stop Titan X here, only to realize they're going to need help from Kong and Godzilla and stuff. It promises to be fun. Heck, I even remember when we saw Keiko at the end of that trailer. Here she is driving like crazy, and looks like we're gonna really see the potential on how she drives, because we already saw hints of it for when she and Lee Shaw first met in the past there and stuff with how she's driving. But this time it's gonna be more rowdy and crazier than before. So I can't wait to see some action scenes with that one right there. But all in all, guys, I am totally looking forward to this. Excuse me. I am totally looking forward to all this. Let's face it, guys, with Godzilla and Kong having to fight this Titan X and wondering just how strong this thing is, because from the way it sounds, this guy sounds like a big threat. Sounds even more of a threat than it was with that gorilla and then that other monster back in Kong and Godzilla's New Empire. I'm sorry I can't remember their names off the top of my head, because for one, it's kind of been a while since I rewatched the New Empire, so I'm gonna need to rewatch that and stuff. But either way, though, with how much this Titan seems to be scaring people and stuff, it's got to be pretty dangerous. I don't know, though, if I want to see he's dangerous than the monsters in the New Empire, but he is big trouble here. Oh, and one more thing I want to mention here. Another thing that caught my curiosity in the trailer was Kate having another face-to-face with a Titan. One that looks like it could be related to Titan X or something else, though. But I gotta say, Keiko's been having lots of contacts with each of these Titans. First there was Godzilla many times, such as when he first attacked in San Francisco, when he rose up from out of the desert and stuff, and then when she had that quick encounter and probably would have been eaten by that Titan when she fell down to Earth until her grandmother saved her. And now we get this. What is Keiko like? Have this sort of bad luck or a gift to make such contact with these creatures? I don't know, but I'm interested. Either way, guys, I still would like to know, what do you guys think? What is your thoughts after breaking down this trailer? And I'm saying you guys looking at it and breaking it down into your theories here. Because we're no doubt, yes, getting lots of flashbacks here in the past, but also still dealing with stuff here in the present and everything. And how will they all connect to things going forward with the whole MonsterVerse films? That's something I'm very curious about. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And that'll be all for today, guys. But like always, you enjoy my videos, all I gotta do is click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to be notified when I make more videos. And until then, MegaGeekMixer signing out. Bye!